Hello coders, I welcome you all. In this video, we are going to see Pandas built-in data visualization. It is created on top of Matplotlib. So what is data visualization? So if we are working on machine learning or data analytics project, at the end of any project, it is necessary to present our result in graphical format. During data analysis, it is better practice to visualize the data. So it's become easier to identify trends, patterns and outliers within the large data sets. So as you might have heard, human mind process visual data better than any other type of data. In fact, the human brain processes images 60,000 times faster than text, and 90% of information transmitted to the brain is visual. Data visualization makes the data more natural for the human mind. By this, we can say that in data science, data visualization is one of the main tasks. So with this in mind, let's get started. The Pandas built-in data visualization. So let's first import matplotlib library by using import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, and let's import pandas as pd. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, our both the libraries matplotlib and pandas are imported successfully. Now let's load our data set. So data equal to pd dot read underscore csv, and we are going to use very well known iris dataset. So dataset name is iris underscore code dot csv. You can download this dataset from Kaggle or from my GitHub account. Link is given in the description of this video. So let me execute this cell. So let's check information about this dataset. As you can see over here, in this dataset, there are 150 entries, means 150 rows with index 0 to 149, and these are the columns. As you can see, ID, sepal length, sepal width, petal width and species, and all are having 150 non-null values. As you can see over here, data type for each column. As you can see over here, D types column. In this dataset, 4 columns having floating point data type that you can see over here, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 1 column having integer data type that you can see over here, ID, and 1 column having object data type that you can see over here, species. Now let's display first 5 rows of this dataset using data.head method of pandas data frame. As you can see over here, this is automatically generated indexes, and here is ID. Actually both are same. So let's make this ID as our index. So for that we have to write index underscore call equal to this ID. So let me execute these cells once again. As you can see over here, now this ID is become our index column. So now to explain you pandas built-in data visualization, here I have mentioned some questions that we will solve one by one. By the end, you will learn each and every plots supported by pandas. So let's get started. So in the first question, we have to draw a line plot for all the numerical columns. So for that, we have to use this data which is pointing to our data frame that you can see over here. And here I am directly using plot method on this entire data set. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, one plot is created for our 4 columns: sepal length, sepal width, petal length and petal width. Just to remove this line, so here we can write plt.show. PLT which is pointing to matplotlib here that you can see. So now let's execute this cell. So please remember, in Jupyter Notebook, it is not necessary to write this plt.show. But if you are using any other editor, then you have to write this plt.show. This way we can draw a line plot for all the numerical columns. The question is, there are many plots supported by pandas. Why it is displaying only line plot? Please remember, when I press shift tab over here to check the docstring of this plot method, you can see over here these many plots are supported by pandas, and the default plot is line plot. If we explicitly mention or not, by default plot method will display line plot only, because line plot is the default plot in this plot method. So that's why here it is displaying line plot. So this way we can draw a line plot for all the numerical columns using this plot method of pandas data frame that you can see over here, that we are directly applying on this entire data frame. So now next question. So in this question, we have to change this figure size and the font of this x-axis and the y-axis. And also the figure size is given width of 15 and height of 10, and we have to change font size to 10. So let me copy these two statements to save our recording time, and let me paste it over here. So here we have to use fig size parameter to change the plot size or the figure size. Here we have to pass width and height in tuple that we have to set to 15 and 10. This is width and height. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, this way we can change the figure size of our graph. Next, let's change the font. So for that we have to use font size parameter of this plot method, and we want font size 10. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, so let me change it to 30 so it's properly visible. As you can see over here, font size is changed. This way we can change size of a figure and font using this fig size parameter and this font size parameter of this plot method of pandas data frame. So now next question. In this question, we have to make separate subplots for each column. As you can see over here, this plot method is displaying one common plot for all the numerical columns, but we want separate plot for each column. So let me first copy this two statements and let me paste it over here. So here we have to use subplots parameter of this plot method to true, because by default value of this subplots parameter is false. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, now you can see separate plot for each numerical column that you can see over here. So this way we can make separate subplots for each numerical column using this subplots parameter of this plot method. So now next question. So in this question we have to share x-axis values with other graphs. As you can see over here, it is showing this x-axis values which is common for all the graphs, but we want separate x-axis values for each graph. So again, let me copy this two statements and paste it over here. And here we have to use share x parameter, which is by default true. That's why here it is sharing this x-axis with all the graphs. So here we have to make this share x to false. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, let me change font size back to 10. So let me execute this cell once again. As you can see over here, common x-axis values for each graph. So this way we can share x-axis values with other graphs that you can see over here using this share x parameter of this plot method. So now next question. So in this question we have to share y-axis values with other graphs. So this question to explain you how we can put y-axis values in common scale. As you can see over here, currently all the graphs having their own scale. Here is 5 to 8, here is 2 to 4, here is 2 to 6, and here is 0 to 2. But here we want to put all these y-axis values in common scale. So let me copy these two statements and paste it over here. And here we have to use share y to true, because by default value of share y is false. That's why here all the values of y-axis having their own scale. So we have to make it true. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, now y-axis values are in common scale from 0 to 8 that you can see over here. So this way we can share y-axis values with other graphs. Now next question. So in this question we have to draw the line plot only for petal width column. So I have mentioned this question to show you how we can apply this plot method on particular column or columns. So let me first display column names. So now we have to plot line graph only for petal width column. So let me copy this column name and paste it over here. Dot plot. Let me write plt.show. So let me execute this cell. So as you can see, line plot only for petal width column. As you can see on x-axis, values are between 0 to 140. Which is nothing but ID. As you can see on y-axis, values are between 0 to 2.5. So as we can see that most of the values are above 0.5 in petal width column. So now let's apply this plot method on two columns. So let me write data. Here we have to use two square brackets, and let me copy this column name, petal length in centimeter, comma, let me copy another column name and paste it over here. As you can see over here, now we are using two columns. So here we can apply plot method. So let me execute this cell. Now as you can see over here, graph for petal length and petal width. So this way we can apply plot method on particular column or columns that you can see over here. Here is one column and here is two columns. So now next question. So in this question we have to add the title and labels to x-axis and y-axis. So first let me copy this code for one column and let me paste it over here. Let me execute this cell. So now let's add title to this plot. For that we have to use title parameter of this plot method. So let me write iris petal width. Let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, title is added over here. So let's add x label using x label parameter of this plot method. So let me write indexes. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, x label is successfully added. Now let's add y label. So for that we have to write comma y label equal to this petal width in centimeter. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, y label is successfully added to our graph. So this way we can add title and labels to our graph that you can see over here using this title, x label and y label parameter of this plot method. So now next question. So in this question we have to draw the line plot for petal length and petal width columns, and also we have to change line style. So let me copy this statement and let me paste it over here. So as per our question we have to draw the line plot for petal length and petal width that you can see over here, petal length and petal width. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, common plot for petal length and petal width. But as per our question, we have to change line style. So for that, we have to use this style parameter of this plot method. And here we are having two graphs. So for that, we can pass separate line style in Python list like this. So here, let me use double hyphen and here hyphen and dot. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, separate line style for these two graphs for petal length and petal width that you can see over here. So this way we can change line style of line plot that you can see over here using this style parameter of this plot method. So let's change the line style just for one column. So let me write data and let me copy this petal length dot plot. As you can see over here, plot for petal length. To change the style of this, we can write style equal to in single inverted comma slash slash. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, currently we are using only one column. So we can write style like this. If we are using two or more columns, we have to write inside Python list like this. So this way we can change line style that you can see over here for one column and for two columns. Now next question. So in this question we have to draw the line plot for petal length and petal width column, and we have to change limit of x and y axis. So let me copy this statement and paste it over here. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, line plot for petal length and petal width. But as per our question, we have to change limit of x and y axis. So as you can see over here, x axis values 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 and 140. And you can see values for y-axis. To customize the value of x-axis, we have to use xlim parameter of this plot method. So in tuple or list, we can pass starting and ending value. So let me execute this cell. Now as you can see over here, previously it was started with 0. Now here it is started from 10 because of this xlim parameter of this plot method. Same way also we can change y limit that you can see over here 0 to 7. So now let's change it to 1 to 10. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, now y limit is changed. Now it is from 1 to 10 that you can see over here. So this way we can change limit of x and y axis that you can see over here using xlim and ylim parameter of this plot method. So now next question. So please remember, we can customize value of x and y axis at next level using xticks and yticks parameter of this plot method. As you can see over here, these values are 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 likewise. But we want 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 likewise. So we want to customize x and y axis at next level. So for that we can use xticks and yticks parameter. So let me show you this. So for this, let me copy this statement and paste it over here. So in place of this xlim, we are going to use xticks. In place of this ylim, we are going to use yticks. So in place of this tuple, we can give Python list or Python tuple. So let me write x. This x is nothing but Python list. Let me write y. This y is nothing but Python list. So let's create two lists with name x and y. So let me create first list with name x equal to, I am going to use list comprehension to create this Python list. So x for x in range 0 to in step of 10. Let's create y list with help of list comprehension. Y for y in range 0 to 10 in step of 3. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, our created list x and y. Now that we have passed over here x, which is pointing to this list, y, which is pointing to this list. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, x-axis 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 likewise. Previously it was like this, 20, 40, 60, 80 likewise. As you can see over here, y-axis 0 to 9, because here we have created list which is 0369, that you can see over here, 0369. So this way we can customize limit of x-axis and y-axis using xticks and yticks, that you can see over here. So now next question. So in this question we have to plot area plot. Area plot is same as line plot, but area is filled with some color. So let me show you this. So let me write data.plot. Let me press shift tab to check the docstring of this plot method. As you can see over here, these many plots are supported by pandas that we can provide using kind parameter. Otherwise, by default, it will display this line plot. If we execute this statement, then it will display by default line plot. But we want area plot. So here we have to write kind is equal to area. Let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, area plot is same as line plot, but this area is filled with some color, that you can see over here. Also we can create transparency in this graph with alpha parameter. So here we can write alpha equal to 0.5 to create transparency in area plot, that you can see over here. So this way we can plot area plot, that you can see over here. So now next, in this question we have to draw histogram for sepal length column. So let me first display column names and data, and let me copy this column name and let me paste it over here. And here we can write directly hist. Let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, our histogram. So a histogram is a representation of the distribution of data. So as you can see over here, this function groups value of all given series into bins. By default value of this bins parameter is 10. That we can change using this bins is equal to 20. Let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, our histogram with 20 bins. By default, this bins value is 10. That you can see over here. So this way we can draw histogram for particular column. That you can see over here. In pandas, we can draw these different plots in many ways. So let me show you this. So let me copy this statement and paste it over here. In place of this hist, we can write dot plot, and here we can use this kind parameter to hist, and also here we can pass bins parameter 10, which is by default. As you can see over here, this is another way by that we can draw different plots, that you can see over here. Here we have used directly hist method, but here we have used plot method with this kind parameter, that you can see over here. So let me show you another way. So let me copy this statement and let me paste it over here. Also we can write dot plot dot hist, and here we can pass bins parameter as per our requirement that you can see over here. So these are the different ways that we can use to plot our required graph that you can see over here. So now next question, bar plot. So now let's first apply bar plot to our entire data frame using data.plot.bar. You can use any other method. So let me execute this cell. So we have applied this bar plot on entire data frame that you can see over here. It is meaningless to apply on data frame. If we are having very small data set, then we can directly apply this bar plot on entire data set. But we are having somewhat large data set, so it's a meaningless to apply bar plot like this. So let me display column names and let's apply this bar plot on species column. Species, and let me use value counts method on this species column. Let me execute this cell. So value counts method returns a series containing counts of unique values that you can see over here. Now here we can use bar plot like this, dot plot dot bar. So let me execute this cell as you can see over here. Also we can rotate this X labels using rot is equal to 60 degree that you can see over here. So please remember, bar plot shows comparisons among discrete categories. On one axis of plot shows the specific categories being compared, and on other axis represents a measured value that you can see over here. So this way we can draw bar plot that you can see over here. So now next, scatter plot. So let me first display column names, and we can write data.plot.scatter. On x-axis, I'm going to pass this sepal length column. So let me copy and paste it over here. On y-axis, I'm going to pass petal length. Let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, scatter plot is generated. So please remember, a scatter plot, also called as scatter chart or scatter graph. Please remember, scatter plot uses dots to represent values for two different numerical variables, and we can use scatter plot to observe relationships between variables. So this way we can plot scatter plot. So now next question, hex bin plot. So let me display column names and let me write data.plot and kind is equal to hex bin. On x-axis I am going to pass this sepal length. So let me copy this and paste it over here. On y-axis I am going to use petal length. Let me copy this and paste it over here. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, hex bin plot is created. So let me change figure size using this fixed size parameter of this plot method. In tuple, let me pass 10,5. As you can see over here, this hex bin plot, which is similar to this scatter plot, but in place of dots, it displays hexagon shape. And the intensity of the color that a hexagon can be interpreted as a points being more concentrated in this area, means deeper the color, higher the density. So this is called as a hex bin plot, which is similar to scatter plot that you can see over here. So this way we can display hex bin plot. So now next question. Here we have to draw box plot. So for that, let me write data.plot.box. As you can see over here, I am applying this box plot on entire data set. So let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, our box plot. So please remember, a box plot shows the distribution of quantitative data in a way that facilitates comparisons between variables. So box plot shows 5 variable summary like minimum, first quartile, median, third quartile and maximum. For more information, you can visit this site. Maths is fun. As you can see over here, 5 variable summary. Lowest value, first quartile, second quartile means median, and third quartile. And this is the highest value that you can see over here. So you can visit this site for more information. So this way we can display box plot that you can see over here. So now next question, KDE plot, which is a kernel density estimation plot, is a method for visualizing the distribution of observations in a data set. So for that, let me write data.plot.kde. Let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, our KDE plot. So this way we can display KDE plot. As you can see over here, density plot, which is alias of KDE. Same, we can write data.plot.density. It looks similar to KDE plot that you can see over here. So this way we can display different plots using Pandas built-in methods that you can see over here. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, smash that like button. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care. Bye bye.